Meghan was captured holding her bump and taking a deep breath as a kick from the royal baby caught her by surprise during her visit to Bristol last Friday. Meghan Markle was caught gasping in surprise after a particularly big kick from the royal baby during her visit to Bristol last week. The heartwarming footage shows the pregnant Duchess of Sussex holding her bump as she feels a kick from the royal baby. Meghan then looks down at her bump, which visibly moves, while taking a deep breath inwards. The footage was shared on Instagram, captioned, "Wow. Look at this. The precious moment baby Sussex kicked Meghan's lungs out of her. He or she really wants to come out to meet us people. No wonder mummy needs to hold to calm." One user replied, "Baby is doing yoga already." Another said, "That is one active baby." Meghan and Prince Harry announced in October 2018 that they were expecting their first child, 5 months after they wed. They announced Meghan's pregnancy to the world just 3 days after Princess Eugenie's lavish wedding ceremony, and royal fans have been on tenterhooks for information ever since. Last month, when on a royal visit to Birkenhead, the Duchess gave away a few clues about her pregnancy, letting slip she was 6 months pregnant. Well-wisher Carla Gandy from Wallasey, who was in the crowd with her 4-year-old daughter Sophia, said, "We asked her how her pregnancy was going and she said she was 6 months and she tapped her tummy." Meghan also told others gathered in Hamilton Square she's due in late April. It is believed the Duchess of Sussex has hired a doula to help with the final months of pregnancy and childbirth. A doula is not a medical professional, rather someone who offers support to a woman before, during, or after childbirth. Meghan has asked Mama 3 Lauren Mishcon to be her carer alongside a regular midwife for the big day. Lauren said when asked about Meghan, "Well, I am obviously not at liberty to talk about who, or who might not be my client. So I can't possibly. I wouldn't be able to talk to you about anything." Meghan Markle is reportedly learning hypnobirthing for her delivery. The news that Meghan Markle is using a doula during her pregnancy made plenty of waves among royal watchers last week, but now, there's even more out there baby news for the world to digest. Meghan is reportedly using hypnobirthing techniques. What's hypnobirthing, you may ask? Basically, it's a practice that includes special breathing, relaxation, visualization, meditative practice, attention to nutrition and positive body toning to help a mom give birth. Sounds great. Hypnobirthing has become more and more popular with expectant mothers in recent years. It combines the knowledge of birth physiology with techniques to help each woman to achieve the birthing experience she desires. Visualization, relaxation, focused breathing, physical positioning, bonding, deepening exercises and many other techniques are used to help create a fulfilling and life-affirming experience. Such is the recognized benefit of hypnobirthing that many maternity hospitals now recommend it as one of the techniques women can use to help them through their pregnancy and labor. On top of that, Meghan's reportedly been using celebrity acupuncturist Ross Barr to get prepped. Meghan has been having regular acupuncture sessions to help her unwind and relax. It's brilliant for the blood circulation and boosting blood flow to the uterus. She plans to use acupuncture right up to her due date, a source told Vanity Fair. That, plus the hypnobirthing, will help Meghan, hopefully, have a natural birth without any medications. According to sources close to the couple, that's the whole goal. Meg wants a natural birth if she can have one. Her mother is very into anything that is holistic and natural, and having been brought up with yoga and mindfulness, it's all very much part of Meghan's birth plan, the source said. Duchess Meghan and Kate are 2 of the most fashionable women on the planet, but there is one woman they must bow down to, or should that be curtsy to, when it comes to style: the Queen. The 92-year-old monarch stepped out in a peach coat and matching hat on Sunday as she attended a church service in Norfolk, similar to an ensemble worn by the Duchess of Sussex last week on a visit to the National Theatre. She may have taken inspiration from Meghan just this once, but it's normally the duchesses who are copying their grandmother-in-law, especially when it comes to eye-popping colors. Here we look back on the occasions when the Queen of Style inspired Kate and Meghan. Hot pink. Winning the gold medal here is Her Majesty, who wore hot pink with black accessories first at the launch of the Queen's Baton Relay for the Commonwealth Games in 2017. Kate gets silver for her efforts when she visited Coventry for the day with Prince William in 2018. Take heart though, Kate, if you're going to be a runner-up to anyone, at least it's the Queen. Red. Channeling her inner Mrs. Claus, the Queen enjoyed the annual Christmas Day service at Sandringham in festive red in 2015. But Meghan, teaming black with her red dress, also made the Queen's festive look work in a hot climate when she visited Tonga with Prince Harry last year. Thankfully they both opted to leave the Santa fur trim at home. Yellow. The weather might have been a bit drab, but sunglasses were in order with the Queen's bright yellow coat and hat at another garden party at Buck Palace in May 2017. Channeling her a year later, Meghan wore an equally bold but beautiful yellow dress at the Your Commonwealth Youth Challenge reception at Marlborough House. But who put who in the shade? Fuchsia. Mum 3 Kate couldn't pass up the opportunity to wear a bold Oscar de la Renta suit dress when she visited the Royal Opera House in January this year. The 37-year-old Duchess, who normally goes for more subtle shades, clearly took inspiration from the Queen's flowery fuchsia number in 2017 while she was attending a state visit by the King and Queen of Spain. They both hit those high notes in style. Teal. Kate and her major both clearly have a feel for teal. The Duchess was in Emilia Wickstead again, this time visiting BBC Broadcasting House in November 2018, while the Queen was opening the National Cybersecurity Centre in 2017. It's unconfirmed who leaked her outfit intel to Kate. Harry and Meghan's night at the Natural History Museum for Gala show. The Duke and Duchess will attend a performance of The Wider Earth. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are to attend the gala performance of The Wider Earth at the Natural History Museum. Harry and heavily pregnant Meghan will watch the theatrical production in London on Tuesday, February 12. In a tweet from Kensington Palace's official account, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will attend the gala performance of The Wider Earth in support of at Queen's Com Trust and the production's official charitable partner at Queen's Canopy on Tuesday, 12 February. #The Wider Earth. The event is being staged in support of the Queen's Commonwealth Trust, of which Harry is president, and the network of forest conservation initiatives that make up the Queen's Commonwealth Canopy. David Morton's play about the young Charles Darwin finds a wholly appropriate home in a new space at the Natural History Museum. It's a family-friendly account of Darwin's 5-year voyage on HMS Beagle, which determined his career and gave him the chance to explore what were then some of the most isolated places in the world. Morton, who also directs, came up with the idea while being mentored in Cape Town by Handspring, the company whose puppets were a central feature of Warhorse. Here the ingenious creations of the Dead Puppet Society, founded by Morton and Nicholas Payne, bring to life the unfamiliar species Darwin encounters: skittish lizards, a flightless cormorant, a lumbering giant tortoise and a scuttling armadillo that curls up into a ball. During their tour of Australia, New Zealand, Fiji, and Tonga, the Duke and Duchess unveiled 6 dedications to the Queen's Commonwealth Canopy. The project was launched in 2015 with an appeal to all 53 Commonwealth nations to contribute areas of indigenous forest to mark the Queen's lifetime of service to the Commonwealth. Plans to evacuate royal family have been revealed in the event of riots due to a no-deal Brexit happening in the future. A secret plan to urgently evacuate the British royal family has been leaked as the UK prepares to deal with possible chaos. Public servants in the UK have reportedly drawn up plans to evacuate the royal family from London to top-secret locations if a no-deal Brexit sparks riots. Government workers have been accused of taking Project Fear to extraordinary new heights after the alleged plot to ship the Queen and other royals out of the capital emerged. It features among government contingency planners' list of worst-case scenarios, according to the Sunday Times. The plan is a repurposed version of a top-secret operation dreamt up during the Cold War to move the royal family to safety should enemy forces land in Britain. Royals would have been dispersed to country houses and even the royal yacht Britannia under that scheme, originally named Operation Candid. Officials in the Civil Contingencies Secretariat, the government department responsible for emergency planning, are believed to envisage riots as a worst-case, but real, possibility. A cabinet office source told the Sunday Times, "These emergency evacuation plans have been in existence since the Cold War, but have now been repurposed in the event of civil disorder following a no-deal Brexit." Leading Brexiteer Jacob Rees-Mogg ridiculed the top-secret plans as a wartime fantasy. He told the Mail on Sunday, "The overexcited officials who have dreamt up this nonsense are clearly more students of fantasy than of history. The monarch's place is always in the capital, as the late Queen Mother, wife of George VI, made very clear during the Blitz. Public servants envisage riots breaking out should shops run low on staple foods as a result of a no-deal Brexit potentially hampering shipments," a source told the paper. They reportedly said that the plan has been moved up their priority list, which includes issues like ensuring the availability of clean water and medicine. The original evacuation plan was drawn up in 1962 during the height of the Cold War, just after the Cuban Missile Crisis. If all-out war had broken out between the West and Soviet Russia, royals would have been hurried out of London and dispersed to various country houses. A newly formed militia called the Royal Duties Force would have been tasked with protecting them. The royals would then have been moved to the floating bunker of the Royal Yacht Britannia should the threat grow further, under what was dubbed the Python system. There was also a Plan B which would have seen the Queen moved to the secure central government war headquarters at Corsham Court, Wiltshire. A government source told the Sunday Times the evacuation plans had been dusted off for the sake of sensible planning. They added, "The decision to evacuate members of the royal family is based on whether or not their safety is compromised. But right now we have no concern about their safety." Commentators have warned of chaos in the UK if the UK leaves the EU without a Brexit deal. There could be long queues at the English ports, sudden workforce contractions and food shortages. Manufacturing and the financial services are also expected to take a massive hit. Downing Street and Buckingham Palace declined to comment.